Hi, this is Aharon Dubinsky coming to you today from the Chutz Shel Chesed Yeshiva in the Beit Knesset in the holy city of Yerushalayim in the beautiful state of Israel. You know, our sages tell us that it's a good idea whenever a Chag is coming up, and we know Pesach is coming up. Whenever a Chag is coming up, it's a good idea to start learning 30 days before. So by the time the Chag gets here, we're familiar with all the minhagim, with all the halachot, with everything that goes with that Chag. So, today we're going to talk about Pesach. I know it sounds early, but think about the fact it's only a few short weeks away. Now, there's a lot of things that are involved with Pesach. Redemption is big. Redemption is a word we use a lot because it's a big thing in our era, in our generation. But let's start with something simple. Every year, if you're at my Pesach table, you will hear something very similar to what I'm going to talk to you today. I tell people, the Haggadah tells us that we should tell the story of Pesach as if we ourselves were personally redeemed from slavery. And we kind of gloss over that and we move forward with it. But the fact of the matter is, to most of us, it doesn't have a very strong meaning because it's just words, and it's something to keep that's standing right now between us and the Seudah. So, let's just take a look at that situation as if you personally had come out of slavery. Now, I want you to, for a minute, close your eyes and picture this. You are a slave. You wear slaves' clothes, you live in slaves' homes, you eat slaves' food. Your parents are slaves. Their parents are slaves. The parents of them were slaves. This has been going on for hundreds of years already. Everybody, as a matter of fact, that you know is a slave. That's all you've ever known is slavery. This has been your whole life. From the minute you wake up in the morning to the moment you close your eyes at night, someone tells you what you are going to do, when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat. The whole thing is figured out for you. No need to think. Thinking just gets you in trouble. It gets you hit. It gets you punished. And that's not good. So what you do is you do as you're told. And you're a slave. Now, some guy comes along out of the desert, and you don't know this guy from Moses. Excuse the expression. And he says, with the help of Hashem, I'm going to release you from slavery. And you look at him and you go, sure you are. Just you, or did you bring an army with you? He says, oh, not an army, but I'm with Hashem. And I brought my brother Aaron with me. Two guys. And Hashem, yes. The one we don't ever see. Hashem, yes? I'm telling you, we're going to take you out of here. Great. We'd love to get out of here. We'd love to live a free life. Where are you going to take us? Well, I'm going to take you out there. Well, what you just pointed to is the desert. Yeah, that's where we're going, to the desert. Oh, okay. What's your name? Moses? Okay, Moses, in case you haven't been out there, I should tell you, there's snakes out there. There's scorpions out there. There is no water out there. There is no food out there. And there's a couple million of us. How are we going to eat? How are we going to stay alive for more than 3 or 4 days with no food, no water, in a broiling sun? Are you out of your mind? Moses says, don't worry. Hashem will provide. Now, today we know this to be true. Remember, these people are slaves. They don't know anything except everything they're told to do, and from the moment they wake up until the moment they go to sleep, that's their life. They're told everything to do. So he's not telling them, he's asking them. He says, come with me. And they're going, sure. We've always wanted to die out in the desert. This is one of my dreams. I've always said to the guy when I was working with him with the bricks, hey, one day I'd like to die in the middle of the desert from heat stroke or lack of food or lack of water or a bite from a scorpion or a snake. Any one of these would be really great. I'm something to look forward to in my life. Don't be ridiculous. Nobody says this. And this man has said to you, he's taken you out. So now you go, okay, all right. How are you going to get Paro to let us go? He says, not a problem. We have Hashem on our side. Here's Hashem again. What's he going to do? He'll do whatever is necessary. So, that's great. So we'll just kind of keep doing what we're doing for right now. You let us know when that time comes that we can actually walk out of here, in front of all the Egyptian troops, in front of the Pharaoh, who's the most powerful man in the world at this time, and we're just going to walk out. But you'll let us know when, right? You'll let us know, right? Yeah, I'll let you know. So we know the rest of the story. Moses goes to Pharaoh. He says, let my people go so they can worship me in the desert. And Pharaoh had a response which was much like the Jewish people. Yeah, right. Okay, sure. Why should I let you go out? These people are serving me. They're building my cities. Why should I let them go? Because Hashem, the creator of the universe, said so. He says, where is this Hashem? Did you bring him with you? He says, yes, I did. He says, I don't see him. I see you and this other raggedy guy. Who's this guy? That's my brother Aaron. Okay, so you and Aaron are here. Okay, great. And where's this Hashem? I don't see him. Oh, he's here. You just don't see him now. Okay, well, since I don't see him, maybe I'll just say, no, you can't go. And so Moses impresses him. He does some tricks. He turns his rod into a snake. And Pharaoh says, big deal. My necromancers can do the same thing. My magicians can do the same thing. They can turn theirs into snakes as well. And so let's see. So they do. And Moses' snake eats their snakes and comes back to being a rod in his hand. And Pharaoh looks, he goes, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. What else you got? He says, watch this. He takes his hand, he puts it in here, comes out, it's white like leprosy. He says, wow, that's pretty good. What do you have under there? Baby powder? No, I don't have anything under here. It's Hashem again. What can you do next? Put it back in, take it out, clean like a baby's tushy. He says, that is impressive stuff. But no, you can't go. But thanks for stopping by, and next time you're in the neighborhood, come by and say hello. We'll have some cookies or something. All right, so the answer is no. So Moshe says, well, if you say no, there will be consequences. And we know the consequences. The first one was dumb. It was blood. And the next one and the next one. And with each one, Pharaoh says, I'm going to let them go, and then changes his mind at the end. Until the final one, which was the slaying of the firstborn child. And at that point, he let them go. So Moses now has to go back and sell this deal to the children of Israel. And he did a really good job, except guess what? 80% of the people, before the plague of darkness, said, as nice as it sounds to go trekking through the desert with no food and no water, but scorpions and snakes, we think we'll just stay here. We have meat pots here. We have food here. Got movies on Thursday, whatever. And they don't want to go. And 80% of them die during the plague of darkness. Remember last time we talked about Achdut, about the binding together, of being together in unity? This would have been a good idea at that time, but it's not what happened. So the remaining 20% go out. Now, I don't have time to go through the whole Passover Seder. I'd go further than this. However, you get the idea. This is how you can visualize as if you were there. Think about what it would be like to be a slave, to know nobody in your life that was not a slave, to know nobody that had any ideas of freedom, who had free thoughts. And this is over 200 years, so it's been a while since there's been any in your family, okay? That's how you do it, as if you yourself had personally come out from Egypt. But remember, we have to believe in Hashem. It's our saving grace. It's what makes us strong. It's what keeps us going. When all of the different countries of the world who are powerful all tried to get rid of us, we even say this at the Pesach Seder, and we survived, and most of them are now gone, are just a small remnant of what they used to be. So, this year, when you sit down to tell your family about the Passover Seder, about Pesach, about what it really is, about how it would feel had you been there, because it tells you, you must feel as if you personally came out, you could think about the story I just told you. Tell it to your friends, tell it to your family, spread it around, because people need to hear this, because we don't know enough of what goes on before, and we can't learn if we don't know. So learn from what I told you today, and you move forward. And you'll help to build a stronger family. You'll get a stronger group of friends. You'll build your own personal redemption, just like coming out of Egypt. And you'll participate in the redemption of the whole world, the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu, and the building of the third Beit HaMikdash B'mheira B'yameinu. Everyone have a great week, a good Shabbos tomorrow, and we'll talk more about Pesach later on. Be well, my friends. All the best. God bless.